Today we're diving into a magical what-if scenario. What if Dumbledore and McGonagall fell in love and got married? Grab your wands, settle into your comfiest armchair, and let's explore how this romance could reshape the wizarding world. It starts subtly, as the best love stories often do. Imagine a late-night staff meeting in the Hogwarts staff room, the fire crackling as professors debate the merits of stricter curfews. McGonagall, her lips pursed in that familiar, no-nonsense way, argues for order, while Dumbledore, with a mischievous glint, suggests letting the students have a midnight feast just this once. Their banter, usually sharp and professional, takes on a new warmth. Albus notices the way Minerva's eyes flash with wit when she counters his whimsy, and she, in turn, catches herself smiling at his absurd suggestions. Over weeks, these moments pile up. Shared glances over breakfast in the Great Hall, quiet conversations about transfiguration theory that stretch past midnight, and even a rare moment where McGonagall laughs, really laughs at one of Dumbledore's terrible puns about transfiguring their teaching methods. The Hogwarts rumor mill, fueled by Peeves and overly curious third years, begins to hum. Could the Sorting Hat, in its infinite wisdom, have seen this coming? A Gryffindor lioness and a headmaster whose house allegiance remains a delightful mystery. Perhaps they belong to the House of Love itself. The spark ignites into something undeniable during a winter evening by the Black Lake. Dumbledore, wrapped in a starry cloak, invites McGonagall for a walk to discuss school matters. But the conversation drifts to their pasts: Minerva's days as a Quidditch star, Albus's adventures before Hogwarts. They find common ground in their fierce devotion to the school and its students. In a moment of vulnerability, Dumbledore admits he's always admired her courage, comparing her to a phoenix rising from any challenge. McGonagall, usually guarded, softens. Her cheeks flush not just from the cold. By the time they return to the castle, something has shifted. The students notice too. Harry Potter catches Dumbledore humming a love ballad in the corridors, while Hermione whispers to Ron that McGonagall's been unusually lenient with Gryffindor detentions. The proposal is as grand as you'd expect from Albus Dumbledore. Picture the Great Hall at Christmas, decked with towering trees and floating baubles. During the feast, Dumbledore stands, his voice carrying that familiar warmth. He speaks of love as the greatest magic, then turns to McGonagall, who's expecting another of his eccentric speeches. Instead, he conjures a shimmering ring, its band etched with tiny phoenixes and cats, and asks her to be his partner in life's greatest adventure. The hall erupts. Hagrid blows his nose like a foghorn. Flitwick topples off his chair, and Snape's scowl could sour the eggnog. McGonagall, stunned but composed, accepts with a rare, radiant smile, saying, "Albus, you're incorrigible, but I suppose I'll manage you." The students cheer, though the Slytherins mutter about Gryffindor bias. Planning the wedding becomes a Hogwarts-wide affair. The Great Hall is transformed into a venue of pure magic. Enchanted candles hover, casting a golden glow over tables laden with treacle tarts, pumpkin pasties, and cauldron cakes, courtesy of the house elves. McGonagall trades her tartan for elegant emerald robes, a subtle shimmer woven into the fabric. Her hair swept up with a single sparkling pin shaped like a tabby cat. Dumbledore, ever the showman, wears vibrant purple robes with constellations that twinkle as he moves. Hagrid, chosen as officiant, practices his speech with such enthusiasm that he accidentally uproots a whomping willow sapling. Flitwick leads a choir of singing toads, their croaks harmonizing into a surprisingly moving melody. The guest list is a who's who of the wizarding world. Madame Hooch oversees aerial broom displays. While Professor Sprout decorates with flowers that bloom in sync with the music. Even the ghosts get involved, with nearly headless Nick insisting on a historically accurate medieval dance. Not everyone's thrilled, of course. Snape lurks in the shadows, muttering about sentimental nonsense and spiking his punch with something suspiciously potent. Rita Skeeter, somehow sneaking into the event, scribbles furiously for a scandalous Daily Prophet article titled, "Dumbledore, Love or Power Grab." The Slytherin table buzzes with whispers of favoritism, and Draco Malfoy complains loudly that the wedding's ruining the school's reputation. But the ceremony itself is flawless. Dumbledore and McGonagall exchange vows that blend magic and heart. Albus speaks of love as a spell no wand can cast, while Minerva promises to keep his wild ideas in check. When they seal their bond, a burst of light erupts, their patronuses, a phoenix and a tabby cat, dancing in the air, entwining in a display that leaves even Snape momentarily speechless. Life as a married couple transforms Hogwarts in ways both subtle and profound. McGonagall remains the iron fist of discipline, her animagus form prowling the corridors to catch rule breakers, while Dumbledore's whimsy introduces new traditions, like a school-wide knitting club that produces enchanted scarves for winter. Their combined magic strengthens the castle's defenses. Imagine McGonagall's precise spell work reinforcing the wards, while Fawkes, Dumbledore's phoenix, patrols alongside her tabby form. Staff meetings become lively debates, with McGonagall's practicality balancing Albus's grand visions. Students adore their dynamic, though some Gryffindors learn the hard way that calling McGonagall Minnie earns a week's detention. The couple's pet names become a running joke. Dumbledore's "My Dear Minerva" is met with her dry Albus behave. Even the portraits get involved, with Phineas Nigellus grumbling about modern romance while the fat lady swoons. Their marriage ripples beyond Hogwarts. With McGonagall as his confidant, Dumbledore is less secretive. sharing his plans about Voldemort earlier. Together, they devise strategies that outsmart the Death Eaters, potentially sparing lives like Sirius Black's. Their combined intellect makes Hogwarts a fortress. McGonagall's tactical mind pairs with Dumbledore's foresight, creating defenses even Tom Riddle can't crack. But challenges arise. McGonagall's strictness clashes with Dumbledore's leniency, sparking debates over whether students deserve detentions or second chances. The Ministry, wary of their influence, sends Dolores Umbridge to monitor Hogwarts, her pink quills scribbling reports on the Dumbledore dynasty. Rita Skeeter fuels the fire with articles questioning if their marriage is a political move to control the wizarding world. Yet their love inspires unity. Hufflepuffs and Ravenclaws rally behind them, and even some Slytherins, like a begrudging Lucius Malfoy, admit their leadership strengthens the community. Subplots weave through their story, adding depth to the wizarding world. Imagine Harry, Ron, and Hermione uncovering an old prophecy in the library suggesting that a union of Lion and Phoenix will fortify Hogwarts against darkness. They become amateur matchmakers, leaving anonymous notes to nudge the couple closer before the proposal. Meanwhile, Hagrid tries to breed a wedding gift creature, resulting in a fluffy cat-like beast with phoenix-like feathers that accidentally sets the Forbidden Forest ablaze. Professor Trelawney predicts a convergence of stars for the couple, though her vague prophecies are met with McGonagall's eye rolls. The Weasley twins seize the opportunity to sell Dumbledore love potions, actually just flavored fizzing whizbees, earning a rare chuckle from McGonagall when she confiscates their stock. The wizarding world outside Hogwarts feels the impact too. The Order of the Phoenix operate more efficiently, with McGonagall's organizational skills complementing Dumbledore's vision. Their marriage becomes a symbol of hope, inspiring younger wizards like Bill and Fleur to embrace love in dark times. Even the goblins at Gringotts, usually indifferent, send a congratulatory and heavily enchanted gold chalice. But not all is rosy. Voldemort, sensing their strengthened alliance, targets Hogwarts with renewed vigor, forcing the couple to balance personal happiness with their duty to protect the school. In one tense moment, McGonagall faces a Death Eater ambush, only for Dumbledore's Patronus to swoop in, proving their bond is as much a shield as a spell. As years pass, their legacy grows. Hogwarts becomes a beacon of unity, with alumni returning to celebrate the couple's anniversaries. The Great Hall hosts annual balls, where Dumbledore and McGonagall lead the first dance. Their steps surprisingly graceful, despite Albus's penchant for dramatic twirls. Students start a Dumbledore club, dedicated to studying their combined magical techniques, blending transfiguration precision with Dumbledore's experimental flair. The wizarding world, once fractured, finds inspiration in their partnership, proving that love can be as powerful as any spell. Even Snape, in a rare moment of candor, admits their union has its merits, though he quickly stalks off to brew something gloomy. So what if Dumbledore and McGonagall got married? It's a tale of love that strengthens a school, unites a world, and adds a touch of magic to even the darkest days. Their partnership, part banter, part brilliance, shows that even in a world of wands and wonders, the greatest magic is connection. What do you think? Would Dumbledore be the ultimate wizarding power couple? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more magical what ifs, and let us know which Harry Potter scenario you want us to explore next.